Back in the day, a slice of homemade apple pie or a bowl of fresh fruit on the porch was the perfect treat. But here's something surprising. Some of the fruits we've loved for years might not be as harmless as we think. In fact, a few of them can quietly spike your blood sugar, mess with your digestion, or even interfere with your medications. And the last fruit on this list? It's one that's been a staple in American households for generations. You'd never guess it could be risky. Stick with me, because this is something every senior should know to stay healthy and strong. Before we dive in, if you want to keep getting valuable health tips like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support helps more seniors get the information they need to stay healthy. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite fruit? I'd love to hear from you. Now, let's get into it. Here are 8 fruits that seniors should avoid or eat with caution, starting with a fruit that might already be in your kitchen. Let's start with a fruit that might already be sitting on your kitchen counter, pineapple. Now, don't get me wrong, nothing beats the taste of fresh pineapple on a hot summer day, especially if you grew up enjoying pineapple upside-down cake at family gatherings. But here's the catch. Pineapples are extremely acidic. For seniors, this acidity can be a real problem, especially if you suffer from acid reflux or GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. That burning sensation in your chest after eating something acidic? That's your body telling you that the acid is creeping back up your esophagus, and pineapple only makes it worse. Beyond that, pineapples contain bromelain, an enzyme that helps break down proteins. While that might sound like a good thing, it can also irritate a sensitive stomach, leading to nausea, bloating, or even diarrhea. If you've ever had an upset stomach after eating pineapple, bromelain is likely the culprit. And let's not forget about dental health. As we age, our tooth enamel naturally wears down, making our teeth more sensitive. Pineapple's high acidity can erode that enamel even more, increasing the risk of cavities and gum disease. If you love pineapple but want to protect your teeth, try rinsing your mouth with water after eating it, or pair it with a small amount of dairy, like cottage cheese, to help neutralize the acidity. So, should you completely avoid pineapple? Not necessarily. But if you suffer from acid reflux, stomach sensitivity, or dental issues, it might be time to cut back or eat it in moderation. Now, let's move on to another fruit that may not be as innocent as it seems, bananas. Stay with me, because this one might surprise you. Now, let's talk about bananas, a fruit that's practically an American breakfast staple. Whether it's sliced over a bowl of cornflakes, blended into a smoothie, or tucked into a peanut butter and banana sandwich, Elvis style, bananas have been a go-to snack for generations. They're convenient, naturally sweet, and packed with potassium. But here's where things get tricky. Too much potassium can be dangerous for seniors, especially those with kidney issues. Potassium is essential for maintaining healthy blood pressure and heart function. However, as we age, our kidneys don't filter out excess potassium as efficiently as they once did. This can lead to hyperkalemia, a condition where potassium builds up in the blood to dangerous levels. The symptoms? Muscle weakness, fatigue, and, in severe cases, irregular heart rhythms or even heart failure. Seniors who take ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, common medications for high blood pressure, need to be extra cautious. These medications already increase potassium levels in the body, and adding bananas on top of that can push those levels too high. But that's not the only concern. While unripe or just ripe bananas contain a good amount of fiber to aid digestion, overripe bananas can do the opposite. As bananas ripen, their starch turns into sugar, reducing their fiber content. This means that eating overly soft, spotty bananas can actually contribute to constipation, a common issue for older adults due to slower digestion and medication side effects. So what's the takeaway? If you love bananas, enjoy them in moderation. Stick to small portions and pair them with high-fiber foods like oatmeal or whole grain toast to balance out the sugar. And if you have kidney issues or take potassium-affecting medications, talk to your doctor before making bananas a daily habit. Up next, we're diving into a fruit that seems healthy, but is secretly loaded with sugar, dried fruit. If you snack on raisins, dates, or apricots, you'll want to hear this. Stay tuned. Now, let's talk about dried fruits, raisins, dates, apricots, and even dried cranberries. They seem like a great snack, right? After all, they're easy to carry, don't spoil quickly, and were probably a lunchbox staple when you packed PB and JS for your kids back in the day. But here's something most people don't realize. Dried fruits are sugar bombs in disguise. When fruit is dried, the water is removed, but all the natural sugars stay behind in a concentrated form. That means just a small handful of raisins has as much sugar as a whole bunch of fresh grapes. For seniors, especially those managing diabetes or insulin resistance, this can spell trouble. Eating dried fruit can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, leading to energy crashes, fatigue, and difficulty maintaining stable glucose levels. And it's not just the sugar. Many commercial dried fruits are coated in additional sugar or syrup to enhance flavor and shelf life. Ever bought sweetened dried cranberries? They're basically candy disguised as fruit. Even if a package says natural, always check the label for added sugars or preservatives like sulfites, which can trigger allergies or worsen asthma in some seniors. Dried fruits also pack a punch when it comes to fiber, which can be a double-edged sword. While fiber is essential for digestion, too much at once can lead to bloating, gas, and even diarrhea, not exactly what you want after a snack break. Seniors with sensitive digestive systems or conditions like IBS or diverticulitis should be extra careful. So what's the solution? Swap dried fruits for fresh ones whenever possible. If you do eat dried fruit, stick to small portions, just a few pieces, not a whole handful, and opt for unsweetened, preservative-free versions. And if you love the convenience of dried fruit, try pairing it with nuts for a snack that won't spike your blood sugar as quickly. Up next, let's talk about a tropical favorite that might be a little too sweet for its own good. Mangoes. If you've ever enjoyed fresh mango slices on a summer road trip, you might be surprised at what's coming next. Stay tuned. Nothing says summer quite like a juicy, ripe mango. Maybe you've enjoyed fresh mango slices on a family picnic, blended them into a tropical smoothie, or even had a scoop of homemade mango sorbet at a 4th of July barbecue. Mangoes are sweet, refreshing, and packed with vitamins. But here's something most people don't realize. They can cause major blood sugar spikes, especially for seniors. Mangoes have a high glycemic index, GI, meaning they cause blood sugar to rise quickly. For younger folks with fast metabolisms, this isn't a big deal. But as we age, our metabolism slows down, and many seniors are managing diabetes or prediabetes. Eating a large portion of mango can send blood sugar levels soaring, leading to crashes, fatigue, and difficulty keeping glucose levels stable. Beyond blood sugar concerns, mangoes are also one of the most calorie-dense fruits. A single mango can have over 200 calories, which might not seem like much, until you realize it's mostly from sugar. For seniors who are less active or trying to maintain a healthy weight, eating too many high-calorie fruits like mangoes can make weight management even harder. Now, I'm not saying you should never enjoy mangoes. After all, food is meant to be enjoyed. But if you love mangoes, consider eating smaller portions, a few slices instead of a whole mango. Pairing them with protein, like Greek yogurt or a handful of nuts, to slow sugar absorption. Choosing firmer, less ripe mangoes, which have a slightly lower sugar content. Mangoes may be delicious, but they're best enjoyed in moderation, especially if you're watching your blood sugar. Now, let's talk about a fruit that's often praised for its sweet taste and refreshing juiciness, but can actually cause more harm than good for some seniors. Peaches. Stick around, because this one might surprise you. Peaches are a beloved fruit in many American households, often enjoyed fresh, in smoothies, or as part of classic desserts like peach cobbler. Their juicy, sweet flesh and vibrant color make them irresistible, especially in the summertime. However, Despite their delicious taste and high vitamin content, peaches may not be the best choice for seniors, particularly those with blood sugar concerns or digestive issues. One of the main concerns with peaches is their high sugar content. A medium-sized peach contains around 13 to 15 grams of sugar, which can lead to spikes in blood glucose levels. For seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes, consuming too many peaches could make it harder to regulate blood sugar. Unlike high-fiber fruits that slow down sugar absorption, peaches have a relatively low fiber-to-sugar ratio, meaning their sugar is quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. Peaches also contain fermentable sugars and acids, which can contribute to bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort. This can be particularly problematic for older adults who have a slower metabolism or conditions like IBS or acid reflux. Additionally, conventionally grown peaches are often on the list of fruits with the highest pesticide residues due to their thin, delicate skin. For seniors who love peaches, the best approach is moderation. Opting for organic peaches, pairing them with protein or healthy fats, and consuming them in small portions can help minimize any potential negative effects. If digestive issues or blood sugar concerns arise, choosing lower sugar, high-fiber fruits like apples, pears, or berries may be a better alternative. While peaches can be a delicious treat, being mindful of how they affect the body is key to maintaining good health in later years. Now, let's talk about lychee, a small, juicy fruit that's often seen as a rare treat in America. Maybe you've tried it in a tropical fruit salad, a fancy cocktail, or even in a trendy bubble tea. Lychee has a deliciously sweet, floral flavor, but here's something most people don't know. It can cause dangerously low blood sugar, especially for seniors. Lychee contains natural compounds that can suddenly drop blood sugar levels, particularly when eaten on an empty stomach. This is known as hypoglycemia, and for seniors, especially those with diabetes or those taking blood sugar-lowering medications, this can be extremely dangerous. Symptoms like dizziness, confusion, weakness, or even fainting can happen quickly, increasing the risk of falls or accidents. In fact, medical experts have linked large amounts of lychee consumption to cases of severe hypoglycemia, particularly in older adults and children. This isn't just a theoretical concern. It's been studied in people who ate lychee in large quantities and experienced sudden drops in blood sugar levels. Beyond that, lychee can also trigger allergic reactions in some people. If you've ever had itching, swelling, or difficulty breathing after eating tropical fruits, it's possible that lychee is one of the culprits. Food allergies can become more pronounced with age, so if you notice any strange symptoms after eating lychee, it's best to avoid it altogether. So, should you steer clear of lychee completely? Not necessarily. If you enjoy it, consider eating it in moderation and never on an empty stomach. Pairing it with protein, like nuts or yogurt, to help stabilize blood sugar. Being mindful of allergies, especially if you have sensitivities to other tropical fruits. Lychee may be sweet and exotic, but it's not as innocent as it seems, especially for seniors managing blood sugar. Up next, let's talk about a fruit that's been celebrated for its heart-healthy benefits, but can actually interfere with common medications: pomegranates. If you take blood thinners, this is one fruit you need to know about. Stay tuned. Pomegranates have long been celebrated as a superfood, praised for their antioxidants, heart health benefits, and anti-inflammatory properties. You might have even seen pomegranate juice at your local grocery store, advertised as a natural way to boost circulation and lower blood pressure. Maybe you've sprinkled pomegranate seeds over a fresh salad at Thanksgiving or enjoyed a glass of pomegranate juice with breakfast. But here's something most people don't realize. Pomegranates can interact with certain medications, making them risky for some seniors. One of the biggest concerns? Blood thinners like warfarin. Many seniors take blood thinners to prevent strokes or heart attacks, but pomegranates can increase the effects of these medications, leading to an increased risk of excessive bleeding and bruising. If you're on anticoagulants or medications for high blood pressure, eating pomegranates or drinking pomegranate juice could amplify their effects, potentially causing dangerous health complications. But that's not all. Pomegranate seeds, while nutritious, can also pose a choking hazard for seniors who have difficulty chewing or swallowing. The seeds are small and hard, making them a challenge for those with dental issues, dentures, or weakened jaw strength. So, should you avoid pomegranates completely? Not necessarily. If you love them, here's how to. Enjoy them safely. Check with your doctor before consuming pomegranates if you're on blood thinners. Opt for fresh pomegranate seeds in small amounts rather than drinking concentrated pomegranate juice. Be mindful of the seeds if you have dental issues or difficulty chewing. Pomegranates may be packed with health benefits, but they aren't for everyone, especially if you're taking medications that can be affected by them. Next, let's talk about a fruit that's a summer favorite but has a surprising downside for seniors: cherries. If you love cherry pie or fresh cherries on a warm summer evening, you'll want to hear this. Stay tuned. Nothing feels more like an all-American summer than a bowl of fresh cherries at a backyard barbecue or a slice of homemade cherry pie at a 4th of July picnic. Cherries are not only delicious, but they're also packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that can support joint health. But here's something most people don't realize. Cherries can cause blood sugar spikes and dehydration, making them tricky for seniors. Cherries have a naturally high sugar content, which means that even though they taste tart, they can still cause rapid blood sugar fluctuations. This is especially concerning for seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance. A handful of cherries might not seem like a big deal, but because they're small and easy to snack on, it's easy to overeat them without realizing it, leading to unwanted sugar spikes and crashes. But that's not the only concern. Cherries have natural diuretic properties, meaning they can increase urine production. For seniors who already take diuretics for high blood pressure or heart conditions, eating too many cherries can intensify this effect, potentially leading to dehydration. Dehydration is a serious issue as we age, as it can cause dizziness, confusion, and even an increased risk of falls. So, what's the best way to enjoy cherries safely? Eat them in moderation, a small handful instead of a whole bowl. Pair them with protein or healthy fats to help slow down sugar absorption. Drink plenty of water, especially if you're already on diuretic medications. Cherries are a summertime classic, but for seniors, too many can cause more harm than good. Now that we've covered all 8 risky fruits, let's wrap up with some final thoughts on how seniors can make the best choices when it comes to fruit and overall health. Stay with me. As we get older, staying healthy isn't just about what we eat. It's about making informed choices that keep us feeling our best. Many of us grew up in a time when fresh fruit was a symbol of good health. A juicy peach in the summertime, a crisp apple after school, or a slice of watermelon at a family picnic. But as we age, our bodies change, and so do our nutritional needs. What was once a harmless treat can now impact our blood sugar, digestion, and even medication effectiveness. The good news? You don't have to give up fruit altogether. The key is balance and moderation. Instead of mindlessly snacking on dried fruit or overindulging in tropical sweets, try pairing fruits with protein or fiber to slow sugar absorption. Instead of drinking fruit juice, opt for whole fruits with the peel to get more fiber and fewer sugar spikes. And most importantly, listen to your body. If certain fruits make you feel sluggish, bloated, or unwell, it might be time to rethink how often you eat them. Think of food as fuel for your best years ahead. By making small adjustments, you can continue to enjoy your favorite flavors while keeping your health, energy, and independence intact. Aging doesn't mean giving up the foods we love, but it does mean being smarter about how we eat. Some fruits, though packed with nutrients, can cause unexpected health issues if not eaten carefully. From the high acidity of pineapples to the hidden sugar in dried fruit, the potassium overload from bananas to the medication risks of pomegranates, It's clear that not all fruits are created equal for seniors. By staying informed and making mindful choices, you can keep enjoying delicious, nutritious foods while avoiding the pitfalls that come with aging. And remember, health isn't about restrictions, it's about making better choices. If this video helped you learn something new, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might find this useful. What fruit on this list surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below.